Hi YouTube, it's Maddie the Empty Net Scrapper. Thanks for stopping by. If it's your first time, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you're returning, I'm really glad you came back. Today I'm doing another session in Tidy and 10. And in those sessions, what I do is take something in my craft room that needs some attention and try to take 10 minutes and put that item away or organize those items for 10 minutes at a time. I break down the tasks to make them easier to do in one session. If I feel particularly ambitious, I will do 2 Tidy and 10s back to back. But if 10 minutes is all I can bear, at least I know that I've started to work on whatever project needs the attention and I haven't ignored it. So if you'd like to tidy along with me, put me on pause and go grab something and come on back and keep me company, because many of the times the tasks that I'm doing are pretty boring, so I really appreciate having some company. Today is a viewer request. Short time ago, I shared a haul and I had some stencils and I do need to put them away. And many of you who have watched my channel know that I inventory everything first and then I put them away. I don't know if I will have enough time in 10 minutes to make the samples and inventory them and put them away, but I have my timer ready. I'm going to get it started and we'll see what happens. So I'll be right back. And here we go. We've started. So I've already pre-cut my cardstock. And I just left this out to show you that this is the inventory book I use for my stencils. So I keep it uniform, black and white. The sizes are not always the same, but I just have an inventory that I can just flip through and see what I have when I'm working on a project, and then go ahead and choose the stencil that'll work best with my project. So a subscriber asked me, do I have a quick way to inventory my items? And no, I do not. I am slow as molasses. So as I said, I'm just going to do as much as I can and we'll see what happens. So this is just 65-pound cardstock. Going to take out the first stencil, and basically what I do is ink through it, and I just tape the stencil down. So this is a cute little flower pattern, and I try to choose some washi that I'm not very keen on, because I pretty much just throw it away if it's not reusable. I am not that picky about conserving washi. So I always do black and white, as you saw, and I really don't strive for it to be perfect. So I took out black soot. I always use black. And I couldn't find the pad that usually goes under that. I may have thrown it away. That would have been probably easier to use a pad that was already black, but c'est la vie. So I chose that flat sponge that was one of the original mini ink pads, because it tends to give, when I use it, it tends to give a heavy payout. And that really is the easiest way to get stencils done. to put down the ink that in a way that has heavy payout. That takes the least amount of time. The brushes do a beautiful job on projects. However, they tend to give a lighter payout. And my thinking is the quicker, the better. I probably will cut these down to a little bit of a smaller size, but I do want to remember when I'm looking through my samples that these are larger stencils, and part of the reason I picked them up was because they have a little bit larger footprint. And I find that relining up my stencils is not fun for me. So I thought I will just pick up some that look multi-purpose for the way that I craft and in a larger footprint, because I won't have to realign. And if it's bigger than I need, that just doesn't matter at all, because you can so easily cut it down. But relining it up, for me, not that easy. So, I'll let you know if I think it's worth it to pick up the larger footprint, or if I'm enjoying having them in my room. Also, I have been gravitating towards using stencils above a pattern card that I've made, or beneath as the background. And I was gravitating towards these same things over and over, and others I was really not paying too much mind to. And I thought I would like maybe a few more that were more of a go-to, and fewer that just I thought I would like more and I actually don't. So I don't need for these guys to be perfect. So I'm going to call this done, and we'll see what we got. Perfect for me. So let's put this aside. We're going to clean those all up. Going to let this dry and move on to another one. So looks like I probably can reuse this washi, at least the one in my hand. The other one looks like I ripped, but that's okay. I've got more. So let's see what the next stencil is. Honeycomb. So picked up this honeycomb because bee cards have become very popular, and one of my sons is actually a scientist who part of his job and his graduate degree was focused on saving our world's pollinators. So if you're not aware that that's a thing, I wasn't aware that that was a thing at the time he told me that he wanted to do that. Apparently, our bee population is dwindling in number. That one is done. Do I have another thick one? Let's see. Yes, I do. And what I didn't realize, because to me, bees are just a menace. What I didn't realize was that their pollination helps us people stay fed. And I was like, oh, well, that is important. And so that's what he does. And when I make a card for him, I sort of gravitate towards that bee theme. And I thought the honeycombs would be something good for me to have in my stash. I also like the geometric look of it. And I think it makes a nice background, especially for cards for men. And so that's why I thought I wanted to have a honeycomb stencil in my life. So the subscriber that asked me, do I have a quick way to make samples for my stencils? I don't know about you, but I find this super duper tedious. Have you done this? Really tedious. However, when I want a stencil, I absolutely go to that binder and pick out something really quick and easy when I have a card that either I'm going to start and want to use a stencil, or I'm finishing off and want to use a stencil. So even though this is slow and tedious, and I'm not sure how many crafters do like to keep inventory, but I think it's very useful for me. I'm forgetful, and even for shopping, I don't remember what I have. So I'm going to call this one done also. We'll trim that down later and move on to the next. Uh-oh, out of time. And I only did 2 stencils. So I hope you got more things done than I had today. But I've got myself onto a start, and I hope it encourages you to get yourself onto a start when you have a project to do. So I'm going to say goodbye for today, and I'll see you next time. Maybe I will finish this up. So if you enjoyed this video, please comment below and leave a thumbs up, and of course subscribe. And above all, everybody, stay safe. Bye-bye, YouTube.